Right, in the last video I showed you what was inside the standard bobber exhaust, and the video before that I took the cat apart and got all the guts out of that. So today I'm going to show you how I've got the exhaust back together. So this is basically a standard exhaust, but the engine's movable so that all the insides will come out to make it into an open exhaust. So I'm going to show you how I did that now. So I've just slowly built the edge up with weld. It was very thin around here, so I had to sort of go slow, and that's why it's a bit messy. But I can grind that down, and now it's got some strength to it again from where I ground it down previously. And you can see the back of it there where it's burnt in quite nicely. Right, so what I've done now is I've cut the edge off that, so that just butts up against that. I could actually weld it to that, but I really want to be... The exhaust I want to use is just going to be that. Like that. Yeah. Like that. That's how I want it. And then if I have to make it quiet, I can just, that'll have all the lagging and stuff around it, the insulation. Oh, hang on, it goes the other way. That'll go in there. That pushes up against it, and then that fits on the end there. And that does go in there because I've just done it a minute ago. And that sort of goes in there like that. And I can have a bolt there and there to hold it all in. There you go, that fits quite nice. The only nut I had left was a nylock nut, so we're going to have a little bit of a fire there, but that's alright. I need to put a little bit of tape over the threads so that I don't get splatter on them and can't get the bolt out again, and that tape will burn up in a minute. Let's get this out before the plastic melts onto the threads. Tape off. Right, so that's my removable ender made with some captivated nuts there. So I'm hoping this all lines up nicely and fits in here nice. I need to do a little bit of work on actually getting these a little bit straighter. But you get the idea. So that's how that's going to work. Right, so I've got my ends made. And this all sorted out. I've got the hole welded up and painted. I've just got to heat the exhaust up to cure the paint. Then I'm going to rub it down again and put another coat on, make it a little bit better than what it is. So it's pretty simple. I can either have I can have a totally open exhaust like that, or how I'm probably going to run it on the street most is just with that little baffle in like that. And then if I want it quiet, all I have to do is slide this silex up tube in there, stick that little guy on there, that butts up against it and holds it in, and get the end in here. It does go in. Okay. A little bit of a line up there. Stick a bolt in there. Right, and a bolt in this side here. And there you have it. So that's the exhaust. It's pretty heavy in its standard form. You lose a lot of weight when you take the inside out. So what I'm going to do next is hopefully, well, I'm going to get this all on the bike next, but before that I'm going to actually put another oil pump in it, because I've got a little bit of an oil pressure problem on idle, and I believe it's something to do with the oil pump. Well, I hope it is. And that's a fairly big job to do that. I've got to actually take both sides of the frame off to actually drop the sump. Right, this here is my other spare engine. This is the Speed Twin engine I had. And that there is the oil pump. I think that ends the oil pump and that ends the water pump. But basically, I'm going to change this. So to change this, I need to actually get the sump off. And the frame rails go either side, so I've got to take them off to get the sump off. I've got to take the clutch out. And I think there's a shaft goes through the chain drive for the oil pump there. And then the whole lot should drop out. So I'm going to swap this over. And hopefully that will sort out my oil pressure problem. Because there might be like an oil... I think I've got a bit of a problem with the oil relief valve idling it. I'm hoping it's that. If not, it's something a little bit more serious, which we're going to have to strip the whole engine for. But hopefully it won't come to that. So what I'm going to do is, when I go back together after putting the oil pump on, I'm going to put the standard modified exhaust and cap back on it. So stay tuned for that. And I'm also going to get to a drag strip with the standard exhaust, what's been opened up and modified, and see what difference that makes to the bike. I don't think it's going to make an awful lot. I think the exhaust I've got in here at the moment is going to be a little bit better, but I don't think it'll make a lot of difference. So we'll see what it sounds like and see what it goes like. So make sure you like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and comment. I'll get back to you. And of course, have a great day.